What's going on, Nerd Squad, and welcome back to Top 10 Nerd. I'm your host for today, Taylor McWaters. We are back with a part 2. That's right, there's so many Power Rangers to choose from comics, movies, TV shows, you name it. There are, of course, many more to pick from. So without further ado, let's dive in. Here are the top 10 most powerful Power Rangers, part 2. Kicking off the list at number 10. Eric Myers. The sixth Ranger of the Time Force Guardians, Eric Myers is a Quantum Ranger. Now, in his early days, Eric was a soldier working for the Silver Guardians, which was established by Wes Collins' father in order to protect Silver Hills. See, Wes was kind of the opposite of Eric. See, basically, they went to the same private school, but Eric had to work hard as a student, and Wes, alongside other snobby students, didn't really have to try hard. He was one of those kids, in one of those schools. So they didn't get along, naturally. So Eric refused to take advantage of Wes. He's just doing it himself, right? He wanted to study and get it done his own way rather than have the rich kid help him. So then he discovered that Wes was the Red Time Force Ranger, and then soon Eric became aware that the Time Force Rangers are looking for the quantum powers. And Eric just happened to get to it first. And then Eric became the Quantum Ranger himself. Now, he helped the Rangers from time to time, reluctantly though. And then when Eric was hurt near the end of the season from a Cyclobot, he handed his morpher over to Wes to step up and take over. Now, when Eric recovered, Wes gave him back his morpher, and then a new friendship has now begun. So they get along in the end, how nice. When the Rangers left for the future, Wes was left in charge of the Silver Guardians, and his new partner was now his new friend, Eric. And before we continue on with this list of powerful Power Rangers Part 2, if you want to go ahead and give this video a thumbs up, that would be awesome. It's really helpful, you guys are the best, thank you so much for watching. Now let's get right back into this list. Number 9, Jen Scott. The Pink Time Force Ranger had a pretty wild start to her heroic days. Now cut to the year 3000. Jen is now an officer for the Time Force Police, and crime was basically non-existent at this point, except for that pesky Rancic. Now Rancic was arrested and taken on trial at this time with the Red Force Ranger Alex bringing them in. Now Jen went to the trial with Alex because at the time they were dating. So after Rancic was captured, he proposed to Jen. How lovely was that? No more crime, open bar, let's dance. So she said yes, and all was great, but while transporting Rancic to the cryo prison, the team was attacked. Now right before Rancic escaped to the past, Looper style, they unfortunately killed Alex. So with Alex's final breath, he charged up the team, Jen, Lucas, Trip, and Katie, and they all traveled back to the past to find Rancic. Now Jen got his red chronomorpher and told her about the 4 others that could be used to become Time Force Rangers, so they traveled back to 2001 and arrived in Silver Hills. But at this point, they needed a Red Ranger, so they went back to Wes Collins, that guy I just mentioned, who just happened to look identical to Alex, which is a fun coincidence. And then Jen became the Pink Time Force Ranger and leader of the team. Number 8, Adam Park. Adam met Tommy, Kimberly, and Billy at first after he saved a baby with his friends. It was pretty epic. What an introduction. So he lived in Stone Canyon, California, but was visiting Angel Grove competing in Team Ninja. See, he was representing Stone Canyon. Now, Lord Zed saw how this dude could kick ass, so he and his 2 friends got kidnapped and put in the Dimension of Despair. The Power Rangers saved the day, but Adam and his friends saw their true identity when Tommy and Kimberly had to remove Billy's helmet after fighting the Serpent of Darkness. So Kimberly and Tommy at this point were like, you know what, we're good friends too. We're gonna also remove our helmets. Let's do it. That's what friends do. So Adam and his friends, Rocky and Aisha, were actually taken to the command center afterwards to meet Zordon. How cool is that? Sworn to secrecy, of course. So down the road, when the Rangers were heading to Switzerland for the World Peace Conference, Adam was picked to take Zach's place as the Black Power Ranger, with Rocky and Aisha taking over Jason and Trini's place as well. Guys, be there for your friends. You might just become a Power Ranger. Who knows? Number 7, Tori Hanson. The Blue Wind Ranger, and also the first female Blue Power Ranger in TV history, Ayo. She's from the Ninja Rangers, and one of the biggest things that stands out with Tori is that she's great at resolving conflicts with her words, rather than just, kicking people in the neck. She does, however, still train at the Wind Ninja Academy, so if she had to, she could still right in your neck easily. She's a great surfer as well on her spare time. She's fast also, like really fast. She possesses superhuman speed. She can move faster than the human eye can see, and if she focuses hard enough, she can fight off mental attacks as well. How amazing is that? Surfing, fighting skills, super speed. So it'll come to no surprise that she can bend water as well as walk on it. This girl's literally Jesus. And she rides in style with a dolphin Zord as well, in case you don't believe the whole water thing. She's very into water. Number 6, Ryan Mitchell, the Titanium Ranger. That even sounds cool saying it out loud. See, Ryan's part of the Lightspeed Rangers, and it all started with a car accident when he was young, as most of these things usually start with a tragedy. Now, this wasn't your usual fender bender either. See, it was Ryan, his sister, and his father, and they were hanging over a cliff at one point. It was super intense. It was crazy. So Ryan was hanging onto his father's shoe, which is so scary, and that's when the spirit of Diabolico showed up and offered a deal. Kind of like Mephisto, just popping up and being like, how can I help? Diabolico would save the child, but then he would raise the kid himself until his 20th birthday. So Ryan fell, and his father just had to agree at that point, right? He had no choice. Nothing like being raised by a demon. Good times. So while being raised, he was convinced that his father had actually rejected him rather than what really happened. And he favored his sister Dana, which wasn't true. She was also a Power Ranger at this point. So now he's becoming evil and he hates the Power Rangers naturally. So now down the road, Diabolical sent Ryan on this mission. The mission was to steal the prototype titanium morpher from their Aqua base and destroy the Rangers, including his sister Dana. Now Captain Mitchell saved the day by reminding Ryan of his childhood, where he snapped out of it and then joined the Lightspeed Rangers after all. Number 5, Andros, the Red Space Ranger. So the leader of the Space Rangers, Andros, is pretty unique. He's a human from a colony in space called KO-35, where telekinesis is a thing you can just obtain and have, kind of like in Looper. A lot of similarities to Looper in this one. So after the Turbo Rangers command center was destroyed, they left Earth, and that's when Andros found them. So even in space, you can still have a wild childhood as well. So when Andros was a kid, his sister Corone was kidnapped by Darkonda, so he made it his lifelong goal to find her, obviously. So him and his pal Zane joined the KO-35 army in hopes of becoming Power Rangers, and eventually they were both selected by Zordon himself to become the galaxy's first Space Rangers. And they were just given a spaceship. They were given the Astro Mega ship and then 4 other Astromorphers to assemble a squad down the road as well. Zane as well becoming the Silver Space Ranger. Now during a battle, however, with one of the Dark Spectre's monsters, Zane was injured badly. It wasn't looking good. So he had to be kept in a cryogenic tube inside the ship, Bucky Barnes style. Number 4, Anubis Doggy Kruger. Perhaps one of the most memorable characters I think on this list. Doggy is, well, a little bit different. Doggy is a Syrian, a cool combo of a human and a jackal. He is the SPD Shadow Ranger and also the commander of SPD's Earth branch until he got promoted to Supreme Commander of Space Patrol Delta. Now the first Space Patrol Delta was formed years back when Emperor Groom attacked their homeworld planet of Sirius with his Trubian forces. Now unfortunately they lost his battle and Sirius was destroyed, with Kruger waking up all alone on the planet with everybody else gone. What a tragic start. So when General Benag came to Earth later on, it brought back all these memories for Commander Kruger, and with the help of the B Squad Rangers, Commander Kruger faced his past and Benag. Now Cat Manx had also made Kruger a new compact device, so SPD Patrol Morpher, which allowed him to become the Shadow Ranger. Number 3, Sydney Drew. Sydney Drew is the SPD Pink Ranger. Now she comes from a rich family and she's kind of spoiled, not gonna lie. She's a model, singer, and she's actually great at fencing because, you know, one way or another, you still have to be a Power Ranger. Now, she's one of the 2 original SPD B Squad members next to Sky and Bridge. Now, on her birthday, she was only looking out for herself. She wanted to just do things for herself, not really include anybody else. And Jack Landers, the Red Ranger, made her do a scouting job on her birthday, which I gotta say, it's her birthday, let her relax a little. I mean, we get it, you're trying to change character, but it's her birthday. It's one day a year, come on. So she was annoyed until she realized that Jack didn't even have a birthday to begin with. So she changed her ways and made it a 2-for-1 birthday. So she turned her spoiled behavior around, and I mean, honestly, you love to see it. She was the daughter of a scientist, one of 5 that was exposed to this radiation, which gave them super abilities. So Sydney has these iron fists. Well, actually, she can transform into any element. She just needs to touch it. Hence the iron nugget on her belt. Number 2, Cam Watanabe. He's the son of Sensei Kenoi Watanabe, head of the Wind Ninja Academy, so you already know this dude is gonna drop you. He's sarcastic, cynical, but also quite intelligent. He was skilled but never was allowed to become a ninja himself, which always bugged him growing up. As, you know, rightfully so, that would bug me as well. But he did mentor the students during this, so he was part of the team, you know? Wasn't a ninja, but he helped them out, so close enough. Now, after Lathor sucked the academy into the sky, he took 3 students, Shane, Dustin, and Tori, to this underground dojo. Now, his father instructed him to give the students Wind Morphers, and they became the Wind Rangers. Now, his job on the team was to create all these cool gadgets. He was the gadget guy. He was brilliant, so he created power spheres, he created Zords, and other weapons for the team. Now, when his father was captured by the Thunder Rangers, Cam created a force field to protect him. Cam also discovered the missing piece to combine the Thunder Megazord with the Storm Megazord, so this guy's killing him. And finally, number 1, Merrick Baliton. Lunar Wolf Ranger Merrick Baliton is a member of the Wild Force Power Rangers. He's one of the most powerful when it comes to abilities. Now, he used to be a soldier from the land of Animarium thousands of years ago, but then he put on a legendary wolf mask with great powers found at Nazar's temple, and he was able to save the day. But the thing was, that mask was kind of haunted. I don't know, it wasn't removable, so it messed his life up a bit. He eventually became the evil Zen Aku. Now, the ancient warriors had no choice but to imprison him in a tomb. I mean, obviously, you can't put this guy anywhere, just sorry, go away. He wanted to be put out, but they were like, no, we can't do that. We have to just put you in this tomb. Now, cut to present day, the new Master Org freed Zenaku and hopes to use him against the Rangers. But once a month, on the night of a new moon, he would regain his memories. But then after comes sunset, he would go back into beast mode. But once he gained control of his powers, he became the Lunar Wolf Ranger, and he's one of the most powerful, hence why we put him at number 1. Guys, there you have it. Those are some more powerful Power Rangers. So let us know if we should do a part 3. Comment down below who you would like to see in upcoming videos. Also, comment down below any other videos you'd love to see, or characters or storylines that you want to see Amanda or I break down. We love hearing your suggestions. After all, you are who we make these for, so your opinion matters. I've been your host, Taylor McWaters. Thanks for joining us on Top 10 Nerd. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button on the way out, and we'll see you next time. Peace.